If you are a brand spanking new individual to the gym, then this video is going to be for you, and the way of training, which we'll deliver tomorrow, will also be for you. So if you're the type of guy that's at home, never stepped foot in a gym, never lifted a singular weight, and wondering how can you look in a certain amount of time, this video is probably going to inspire you quite well. These two photos are 11 weeks apart. This guy had never been in the gym before, never touched a singular weight, and then 11 weeks later, that's how we got him looking. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Tom Sergi, and I run the Gorilla Platoon, an online physique transformation program where we get results like this each and every week and then speak about them online. Main topic is how to do a lean bulk as a beginner, and we're just going to talk through the process of what we did within that 11-week period. So objectively, we can see this guy has more muscle across the two photos. So we can see he has lean bulked. We're ultimately a few more weeks on than where this photo was, but we'll give you the raw specifics in what we did in the first 11 weeks. So the first thing we needed to do was go through what's known as a recomp phase. Now, the reason why you can get away with doing this, especially in this condition, is if you're brand new to training and you've never lifted any weights, you will naturally find by lifting weights, doing resistance style of training, you will burn calories and you will build muscle. You will respond a lot better to resistance training than your average gym goer that's been going a year plus will do. So what we did initially was sit him just below maintenance at 2,285 calories, call it 2-3 for easy round numbers. And then we wanted to remove some of the body fat. As we can see from the photo here, I said around 17%. I mean, maybe 15, 16, maybe 17 was a bit harsh. But we wanted to drop down that body fat. So what we did was sit just below maintenance at 10,000 steps a day. We didn't run with any formal cardio. And then what happened over the series of the weeks of training, our main focus was gym floor performance, growing tissue, and not to steal the chips too much from tomorrow's video, but he trained in his garage with specifically rings, dip bars, push-ups, and we just progressed those. So more of your calisthenics style of training, but again, he's going to respond very well to this because he's brand new to training. So what we did, and you can see from the data that went over here, we started 67, 67, low 67, just breaking below it. So 67.5, 67, 67, 66, 66, 65, 64, 63, all the way down to 62.6, and then at week 11, 62.5. And then all the way down by week 13 to 62 at the lowest point. This was actually just after the last photo, which is funny because I know I've made this video saying how to lean bulk, but you can see that the reflection on the scale is different to how the physique looks. You can see that we were dropping off a solid amount of body fat, and we could start to see the abs come through, and the leanness was there, whilst we simultaneously trained well and we were able to grow a good amount of muscle tissue, which we can see in just an 11-week period. A lot more fuller. The delts are like night and day difference. There's muscle running across the chest, and the midsection is leaner. Now at this point, you're in a very, very good condition. If you get down to this level of leanness, 10, 12% body fat, and this was done over the first 12-week period, you're in a great position. Now, let's first understand that this guy had built muscle during this time, so it's not like it was just a cut and he just lost the body fat, because he'd still be very, very small at the end, right? But we can see from the two photos there's an improvement. So you can see that he was able to build muscle across this time frame. So just know, even if you sit below maintenance and train very, very well and walk 10,000 steps a day, you're going to be able to build muscle and drop off body fat. You're in one of the rare categories where I can hand on heart say you will build muscle and you will drop body fat night and day difference, because you're starting from an absolute blank canvas. So you respond much better to training stimulus at that point. Now, guess what you get to do when you get here? From here, all you need to do is start to add more food to make sure your training is continuously progressive. So this guy, honestly, we got him feeding now all the way up to, his feeding is now sitting at 3.4, 3.4, 3.4, 3.6, 3.6, 3.8, 3.8, 3.8. So this guy's now eating 3,800 calories. And as we can see, the scale weight is starting to increase, so we can add some more size to it. Just for context on the photos, here is a recent photo of how this guy's looking. Very, very good. Starting to add some real tissue to the frame. A viewer of the channel, a member of the Gorilla Platoon as well, which is nice to showcase here. So he actually came from YouTube for watching the videos and then joined ultimately to this program. So we can see now the rate of gain you want to be doing 0.3, 0.6 per week if possible. Obviously, the smaller you are, the closer it'll be to 0.3. The bigger you are, the closer it'll be to 0.6. And you're just slowly increasing on that gaining phase, filling yourself out, becoming thicker and stronger throughout the gaining phase, adding more food when it is necessary. So the main takeaway I want to give you in this video is that you want to get yourself down to a point where you're 10% body fat and you're lean and responsive to training stimulus, to the way your body's going to utilize food. You've got rid of excess body fat that's just not needed, because now you're 10% body fat, you've got a full 8 to 10% of body fat that you could accumulate during a gaining phase. You're going to be hungry as you've ever been, because you've been in a little bit of a deficit, whilst also increasing muscle mass. Therefore, metabolism will increase, because muscle mass requires calories, as you know, to maintain it. So then at this point here, you continuously train as a savage, you will drop body fat, or you'll drop weight, which we then don't want to see when you're 10% body fat. So then we add more food. And then we just keep listening to your body. If the scale starts to plateau out, strength in the gym starts to plateau out, you just add a little bit more food. I specifically been working off, you can see the increases. Let's go from here when we started the improvement phase. So at 62.8, at 3,400, 3,500, held that, another 150 calories, held that. Pushed up there another it's about 150 again. Held that. We stayed there. So you don't need to be pushing mass amounts of food to get big. You just need to be pushing enough that you can then improve your numbers in the gym. What people tend to get wrong when they're in an improvement phase or a gaining phase, bulking, whatever you want to call it, they'll use the calories as their means of putting on weight. What you should do is use the calories of means of driving performance in the gym to get stronger. Your only mission in a bulking phase is to get progressively stronger. And it's just, you can get more stronger with more food than you can with less food. It's just, unfortunately, the way it goes. Obviously, in this rare occasion where he started, he was still getting strong because he was brand spanking new to training. But for most people, you're going to need food to support more demand on the body, more energy burnt. Therefore, more energy needs to be put in to achieve that demand. But the demand and the stimulus is what's going to force the muscle to get bigger so it can cope with such demands in the future. And that's obviously the whole purpose of progressive overload. So I really want you to get your mindset right in the space that you use food to drive performance in the gym. If performance in the gym is improving, and so is your number on the scale, do not push your food. Be sparing with when you push food. Be lavish with how you can push your numbers up in the gym. And don't always chase the scale weight. If your numbers in the gym are increasing, your scale weight's still holding flat a bit, don't be too quick to push it up, because it will move up itself. If you could say after 2 weeks, if you've not seen it push up, fine, you have my blessing. Add a little bit more food, you sound like you're ready for it. Also think about how the appetite is. Like, if you're hungry and you're in improvement phase, it's probably a green light that your body's telling you we need more food to cope for the energy that you're burning. But I just wanted to make this video to showcase to you that, like, if you start from a brand spanking new individual, there's so much potential on offer for you. I think, if anything, like, you people should be more excited about starting the gym than the guy that's on his year 2 or 3, because you're going to get all of the fresh gains. You're going to see the most amount of results you ever had, and in the quickest amount of time. And the beautiful thing is you don't actually need that much food in the beginning, because the training stimulus will do a lot of the work to progress you on that. But then when you apply proper nutrition on top of this, you're going to see very, very good results. So I just wanted to make this video as more of one to show you what's possible, what we've been able to do in a short period of time. Like, this was just 11 weeks, from stepping foot into training and dieting to how he looked after that. So honestly, every credit to this guy, a true warrior when it comes to his gym training. We'll showcase that tomorrow. But this guy does not miss a beat and gets after it, and he's going to go and grow very, very nicely across his first year. So exciting stuff. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you tomorrow.